Achoo! You're sneezing on the
bless you.
microphone. That'd be awesome. Sneezing in the microphone. Hi, everyone. We're back. If you couldn't tell, hello. It's been a while. How's everything going, Marcus? It's been quite a bit of time.
I was gonna say it's been 3 weeks now. Are
2
we running?
weeks.
2. It's good. It's good. Needed the detox a bit. Got it. Saw where, or what was it? It went out west. Lined up perfectly. Like the social media detox lined up perfectly with getting off the phone. Except for taking photos, I couldn't help myself because out west, the United States is beautiful. Like I have a new profound appreciation for the United States because I'm like, whoa. And also, we really took JJ Paterka from Utah. I just have to say that. Like, I can't believe we did that to the guy.
They benched him in the playoffs, Marcus, in case you forgot about that.
Yes, that is true. But I can't believe we're taking him from those beautiful sights and views of like the national parks, and we're sticking him in a ton of buildings. But Boston's awesome too, so I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah.
I mean, I've been kind of working too, so I kind of was not really in the social media space. I forget to like tweet a lot. I don't know if you have this like problem. Like you ever have like a great idea and you forget to like tweet it?
Yes, more recently than before. Yes, that'll happen at times.
Like I feel like I do it, right? And I'm like, oh, I should have tweeted that, and then like the opportunity's missed, and I'm swinging at balls in the dirt, 0-2, and I'm striking out.
So what is it like? You get a thought and you could tweet it,
Just
but
like
you're just
funny
like
things that I think about that I should tweet. I'm tweeting more of, like this thing yesterday, which is what's his name, Marte. He just like didn't show up to the ballpark against the Red Sox.
The Diamondbacks, like he's a pretty good hitter, right?
He's their star second baseman. Sorry,
and we were gonna trade for him, right?
Well, we wanted to, but we couldn't trade Marcelo Meyer. Funny how that works out.
All right, well that ship has sailed in that regard. But he didn't show up to Fenway.
No one like really knew why, and it's like, is he having like a mental health thing, or like is he hurt because he's getting an MRI today on his knee? Wow, my eye just all of a sudden started flaring up with the itchiness. Yeah, so it's like no one really, and like the manager was like, you would have thought the guy died or something. I'm like, dude, like what the hell's going on? Like they were asking about it. He's like, yeah, I just hope he's okay. And I'm like,
whoa, that's interesting.
But, before like that all came out, I had the thought in my head that I tweeted. And of course, I had a spelling error that I didn't see until after I tweeted it, which is what I usually do. You'll notice that I often tweet with incorrect grammar because I'm like, I would just want to get it out there, and then I don't read my work, and then I hit post, and then I read it back, and I'm like, I forgot like 4 words I was gonna say. But I was like, in sports, like what would happen if a guy just stayed in another city?
If a guy just stayed and didn't go with the team.
He was in Boston, the whole thing. He just like he got in the plane with them. He just didn't go to the game, like at the ballpark. And I was like, hypothetically speaking, like what happens if he just like stays in Boston?
I honestly don't know how that would work. Like maybe you'd have to pay for yourself at that point.
The Red Sox obviously couldn't like roster him, but like could they? Because like how are you gonna like this is what I always think about with like players, and I'm sure like the contracts states that like you can't do this and like why it's an app. I always think about like if you generally don't want to be on a team, like what is like the you know what I'm saying? Like what is the obligation of like showing up every day?
I mean, like for the benefit of a player, like showing up is good for them so they don't like lose a step. Like,
but like
for example,
I have money, right? If I'm an athlete, it's like I think of like I already have money. So like that's not a thing, right? That I'm really caring about at this particular moment in time.
Right. But if you think about not to interrupt you, but from the sense of like, let's just say Christian Gonzalez, for example, like he's not like he obviously wants an extension, right? He wants his money. But from what I've seen, he's still like at Patriots practices and just like, playing and not really.
Well, he hasn't anymore. He's not doing it anymore.
Oh, he's not practicing.
No. Well, he has a foot injury, but like.
Well, in the sense of the athlete, like you probably want to like keep up with your stuff. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to lose
that's not even what I'm saying. Like I'm saying like right now, what is the what is making Dylan Larkin show up to the Red Wings facility every day? Like,
Then he wants to play hockey, I would assume.
but like, I want to play. I don't want to play hockey for you. Like, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's been really quiet on that front, so I don't really know.
Sorry, my overall point is like this, right? Like, could hypothetically Dylan Larkin just like be like, I'm not showing up to work, and then you're gonna have to release me because you're not gonna pay me to not show up anymore, and then I'm just gonna go sign with somebody.
I don't think. I mean, if Detroit did that, like they would at that point have to trade him to somewhere. Like if the thing is like that's a delicate situation
But I have a no
because
trade. He has a no trade clause. Like,
no trade clause. Larkin wants value, right? Or Yzerman wants value for him, and no teams are willing to step up to the plate and play ball. And if you actually like bought him out, it would be a dent in Detroit's cap space, I would assume,
well, I'm
for
just
years
thinking,
to
yeah.
come.
Like, obviously, I'm sure there's like a thing in their like.
Baseball might be different.
I'm sure there's like a thing in their contract that like specifically says like you can't do this, like that. We're the thing, you know what I'm saying, that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's like the NHL can like ban you forever, right, or something
Yeah.
it's like against the player conduct policy or something like that. I don't know. But I was just like thinking about that the other day. Like, what if Marte like just stayed in Boston until Arizona said, well, we can't keep paying him, so we're gonna have to trade him or release him somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also like subjective in the sense like if he actually was going through something and it was like, oh, he needs a break, sure. Like I'm sure like he
Well,
talking it out with the
my
coach would
thought
be
like
fine.
during the game, and then it came out like everyone speaking after. It's like he's having like clearly something's like going on personally, and I'm like, all right, well, like that's like I was a joke what I was talking about, but like it was more of like a hypothetical like philosophical discussion on sports. Like,
Yeah.
could a player just do that? Like, I do wonder.
I mean, we'd
Just be
have
like,
to
yeah, she'd be like, I'm not doing this anymore. So see you later.
well, we'd have to probably ask an agent or something like that to see like all the little details because there are like so many
When
clauses
we interview
probably.
Cam Neely, we'll ask him. When we come to the
Okay.
top dogs, we get to do that. You like that transition? Come on now, come
No,
on.
I was gonna say like Cam Neely for one would be a fun Instagram or Twitter account to follow. I made a joke on Twitter the other day that Dick Clapper's gonna get re-retired for Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels.
that dude. Those are hilarious memes.
Those are so funny.
Out of respect for Jaden Daniels, it's like funny that like every team now is like doing it.
Yeah, like we're not gonna score 5 points.
I think the White Sox scored. I think I saw the White Sox tweet the other night. They won like 4-3, and they were like they stopped at 4 out of respect for Jaden Daniels.
That is honestly like that is like college is one thing. Like
The
in
number
football
thing though is ridiculous, dude. Like,
it
what
is
are
it
you
is
doing?
funny. It is funny.
It's
so
the number 5. Like, who the hell do you think you are?
So I posted out that NHL Network ranked Jeremy Swayman 5th, right? This isn't a topic we're
Yeah.
going to discuss, but I posted that out. One of the top comments was Jaden Daniels is not going to be happy about this, like not possible.
It's like the thing about it too, though, in college is funny. Like, is there number retirements in college? I know Shador got his right at Colorado.
I feel like with
like
football,
he went like 7-7. So I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, unless like you're an absolute legend.
Does Manziel has his number retired, right? Or is his name
No,
just is he just
nobody.
he's in the A&M Hall of Fame, I think.
Okay, so I think that's how it works in college. Like you're in the Hall of Fame, like of the team. Like you're
Well,
not.
because that's what I was thinking. Like in college, there's like hundreds of players on a roster.
And hundreds of players that wear the same number.
Exactly. So it's like you're just gonna exclude 5. You're gonna take 5 from the list. We can't choose
from
that
Louisiana State University and just say no. Like that's a big college program.
I hope that it's like some bum on LSU is wearing 5 next year. He just like is just on the bench somewhere, and like everyone's like, it's like a funny thing every game where like he never plays, but everyone just films him wearing 5 because that would be hilarious.
There's Jaden Daniels' number. The spirit of Jaden Daniels lives on.
And that guy can always say, yeah, I was the next player to wear 5 after Jaden Daniels requested nobody ever or wears it again.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
cool
no, for sure.
story. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But no,
All right,
anyways, like
let's get into it.
I was gonna yeah, we got some debate of our own. And it's honestly, I was gonna say for us, you and me, we've been having this debate. If correct me if I'm wrong, we were in Josh's room, I want to say at Royal,
Oh,
and it was the debate of who would be the captain after Brad Marchand,
I feel like it
right?
was in
Because
your room, like
no,
sophomore year.
I remember
When
where
I first
we
like
were
met you, I feel like this is probably our first conversation. I feel like
one of for sure. I remember it being in
because
Josh's room, that's for
that would make
sure.
sense, right? Because Marchand when Pastrnak our sophomore year, Pastrnak scored the overtime winner against the
Yes.
Leafs in Game 7.
Yes.
Marchand was the captain. So I feel like that was our conversation at the time was, well, who gets a captaincy next? Because Marchand's like 38.
Yes. This was the conversation that came up. So like Marchand's captain, but who's next? And we're what, 3 years? 3 years now ahead? I posted that
Yeah.
thing at the beginning of the season, by the way. When we were talking about it, it was 2023 still.
Well, technically it's like
So
2.5 because that was, probably like spring of 23. So, oh, wait.
spring of
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
mixing up. I'm mixing
Yeah.
up. But it was our second year, and we were discussing who would it be, Pasternak or Charlie McAvoy, and we're still having this talk three three
Is that a
years
bad
later
thing
almost.
that we're still having this talk about these two? Like, I feel like that maybe that means like maybe Cam Neely might be onto something if like because like you know what I'm saying?
Yes. So I didn't even introduce what we were saying, but we might as well just kick it off right here. So yesterday, Nesson was doing their Jimmy Fund fundraiser thing, and Cam Neely was on it,
They're like four and a
and
half. They're on like 4.5 million right now, by the way.
raised money.
For all those
Wow,
no,
good for
for
them.
all those wondering, I'm watching the Sox on the other screen. So if I do this periodically, that's what I'm watching. But yeah, they're making a ton of money for cancer.
So yeah, they're raising a ton of money there. But Cam Neely said regarding the captaincy, he was asked about this. He said like he doesn't know if they have a guy unless there is a player that really stands out.
Oh
So
man.
he said that him, Sweeney, and Marco Sturm, the three amigos, are going to sit down to talk about who should be the next captain soon. He left it on the table, essentially. So, Pat, is it a bad thing? What does this mean to you? What does it say to you when Cam Neely says, like, unless there is a guy that really stands out?
Well, he's right and wrong. Like I think on one hand, like they're being a dinosaur about it. It's like, dude, just give him one. Just you know what I'm saying? Just give him one. Give one of them the thing, and then we can just move on from this like saga. No, but it's the Bruins captaincy. You suck. Okay. Who are you to be the cat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, we act like we're like this like outstanding organization. We can't win. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why Neely's like, I don't know. Well, these two don't win, so we got to find someone else to be the captain.
Yeah. Well, I just wonder what's been the holdup from either or. Because in my personal opinion, between the options of Charlie McAvoy and David Pastrnak, the reason why it's such an intriguing topic is because both of them make extremely good cases as to why they should be. Pastrnak, I would have argued a bit against a few years ago, but I feel like he's matured to the point of like a leadership role. Like that video against Buffalo when he was like yelling in the locker room, I feel like that was sort of a visual example of kind of how he's evolved as like a vocal voice in the locker room. Like I'd never seen that kind of thing out of him before, but for me, I look at him and I say like he's a very passionate guy, and also like throughout this past year, having guys like Minton and Husadinov on your line and yet still succeeding with them, I think that also plays to a role in his favor of being a captain. And then for McAvoy, on the other hand, too, like there's the argument that the defenseman's on the ice more. He's toughed it out a lot this year. He leads by example in that aspect. I think both of them are extremely good cases, but I just wonder what has held them up, like from making a decision on either or.
I feel like I don't know. This is just
Sorry,
speculation.
I went on a monologue.
No, you're good. I didn't really finish my other point of like how they're kind of like he's kind of both right and wrong. Like I think he's a dinosaur. They're just being like dinosaurs about the whole thing. Like you got to earn the C on one hand, and on the other hand, I think like they're like, has anyone earned it out of like the two? Like, is it like, and is it 50-50? And is that why like they just really can't decide because it's like it's a tie ball game right now? I would have a hard time believing that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, I think they have their problems with both players. So that's why I think they're hesitant to give them each. Right?
Problems in what aspect?
Because Pastrnak can be, an idiot sometimes, as we all know. That like in a good way, right?
The turnover aspect, are you talking about?
Yeah, like he's a turnover machine, which I have a hard time putting your C on. Like, yeah, just go ahead, take it. He leads the league in turnovers. Now that might sound like a crazy take, and it's like, well, Connor McDavid leads his team in turnovers too. And I would be like, aha, see, but that's how stats can fool you sometimes because we're not going to sit here and tell you that McDavid and Pastrnak are the same player.
Obviously not.
Okay, so that would be my thing with him. Now, with McAvoy, I think they had a lot of problems with how he handled his medical stuff to start the year.
With like the USA Four Nations thing?
Well, no, I think there was like a thing earlier, and I don't believe this, but like I feel like I heard this somewhere. I feel like early in the season, remember he got his face, obviously ate the puck, whatever.
Yeah, against Montreal.
Yeah. And what was it? Was it the Four Nations or there was something where like he was eyeing his return around the Olympics. And like the reporting like made it seem like I didn't buy this, but like the reporting made it seem like it was like he's not really like interested in coming back to the Bruins. Like he's more interested in coming to the Olympics, which I think may have rubbed the team the wrong way. But then McAvoy said that's really not true when he came back a month later.
Yeah, I don't remember too much in that, but like argument's sake from this past season, I will say like for him, I can see how like things would teeter Pasternak's way against him in the fact that he's missed significant stretches of time like throughout these past 2 years. So like obviously that doesn't play to his favor, but at the same time, like if you're looking for a person who can like lead by example, like McAvoy played through a lot.
Should we just like, yeah, I don't want to like, I don't know. Are we going to go into who we think out of the two it should be like in like soon? Like, do you have an idea of that? Because I don't want to give like my point away, but I have a kind of a McAvoy has one huge thing that kind of plays in his favor.
All right, give it to me.
I mean, he literally played next to Zdeno Chara. Like, if anybody should be the next captain, it should be probably him.
Because of like the experience he got playing like right next to him.
And listen, I don't like believing that a ton, but like, he probably saw close up how it was like to be a captain. Now, I'm not saying Pastrnak didn't either, but like, listen, Pasternak's the goal scorer. Okay, I feel like we've all kind of forgotten like this thing, like that, like because like the team has sucked for so long now. Not so long, but like the offensive output of the team has dried up significantly over the last like 3 years. Pasternak's supposed to be the guy who puts the puck in the net after everyone else does everything for him. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke. I'm just kidding. He obviously is very good with his assist too, but like, no, like that's what he should be though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the guy who stands on the half dot and rips it top chin every time he gets it, right? Now, that's good as a captain because Ovechkin does it and, like, a bunch of goal scorers do it. But, like, a captain should just be more than, like, putting up 111 points every year. Now, again, I'm not saying he is, but I have always thought it should be McAvoy ever since the beginning, so I would feel weird changing my tune. But, like, I don't know if anybody's earned it yet.
But
then again, I also hate that because that's the stupidest thing. What do you mean they haven't earned it? They played for your team for like 15 years.
So do you think, because I wonder this too, like they seem okay with just being like a leadership committee. Like it does, like do you think like it's a thing where we put too much weight on it? Because I wouldn't mind either or as a captain.
I just feel like it's, I mean, again, there used to be a stigma on it. I feel like that, like you're a bum team if you don't have a captain, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I guess.
Like low tier organizations have 2 assistant captains. Like that's what San Jose does.
Until Celebrini eventually takes us.
But like, exactly. Like it doesn't really matter. Like maybe, again, my original point could be very well true. Like they, they keep blowing it in the playoffs, those two. So like they don't get the C. And
I
that's
mean,
again for the people listening, I'm joking. Like that I don't think people understand when I say things like that. It's a complete joke because how about you build the team around them, guys? Like how's that sound? But yeah, it's just funny. The also thing I was thinking of as well is kind of what you just brought it up is like, are they scared to pick one over the other?
I mean, they very well could be. Like, and I wouldn't blame them in that aspect because the way I see it is like both of them are at that caliber where either makes a case for it, and I don't want to I don't want to say this because like we're not in their heads at all, but like what if one being chosen over the other kind of creates this sort of resentment? I doubt that, considering how much they credit the team as like a leadership group.
Yeah.
But then again, like that
But
kind
like
of
then again, you're
decision.
human, right? Like you got to think of like, whoever if somebody ultimately gets picked, like you got to think the other guy's like, really, like right,
Yeah,
like
I
you know what I'm
know.
saying? Like that's just human nature that has to happen.
Yeah, that's true. And it makes me wonder too, like, and obviously we're not in the locker room at all, so we don't know. But my speculation says, like, what is if that is the case? Like, what does that say about the composition of the team in the sense, like, because think about it this way: Zdeno Chara comes in, like this is like when we're kids developing brain cells, you and I. But Zdeno Chara comes in as a free agent and gets the C.
Yeah, I remember him in 02, man. He was great.
Right? Like that's like a substantial like choice to make as an organization, right? Like obviously works out, it's great. But I'm saying like these kinds of decisions, like I feel like at least they do have a lot of weight. So for me, I'm really interested to see where they go with this decision. I really do think over the past couple of years though, I'd say just based on what I've seen at least and what I feel like, I think David Pastrnak, I feel like for me, I want to hear what your thought is, but I assume it's the other one. But I
Yeah.
think Pastrnak has kind of demonstrated not just from his on ice play, but also from what you see like in locker room scrums, in the way he's vocal on the bench. And I said it before already, but the way he's kind of taking the role of building up young guys. Like he's not complaining that Minton and Husadinov are on his line. Like, oh, these young guys, I need a top line winger. Like he's okay with building up his line. He's like, if you saw like that mic'd up moment when he was in Edmonton or St. Louis or whatever it was, he's like taking them under his wing and teaching them and helping them learn the ropes. I like that. I like seeing that. Also, an option I'll give you: dark horse Nikita Zadorov. Some people have thrown his name
No,
around.
no.
So I don't know. It
I'm
could go
looking.
anyway.
Keep talking. I'm just looking for something right now that will help.
I'm just
That I will bring to the thing.
yeah, I got you. It could honestly go either
Yeah.
way, but from what I've seen, like they seem okay with it being like a group. But I do wonder, right? Like we see the Bruins when they get into these moments in the playoffs. Who's gonna be the guy? Like I wonder, is this gonna shy away where it's like who's the one guy who's going to step up in that locker room and be like, boys, we need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that C represents that, if you get what I'm saying. The C
Yeah.
represents, in a sense, like in those kinds of dire
That's a
moments.
little. I mean, that's I don't know. I've always thought that part's a little overrated of the C. Like,
You think so?
if you need more motivation to do your job, like I don't know what the hell you're doing here. Like that's what I've always thought about it.
I'm
Oh, but I
probably
want
just
to play
like,
for that guy because he makes me want to. What? Well, like, how about the $9 million we're paying you? Like, how's that sound? Maybe you want to play for that too.
I'm just trying to make it like a storybook thing. But I am saying like who truly is. I think it does say something like who is that voice?
Yeah,
Who leads by that example?
I
And I
think
think
Patrick
both
definitely
do.
does it. I'm sure Charlie does it. I
No,
think
he
he probably does.
does.
I don't think it's like posted as much because I think probably Charlie's a lot more quiet. I bet Charlie's a quieter guy.
Yeah,
He'd
but
have that.
still, the argument in McAvoy's favor, which you are for McAvoy over Pastrnak, right?
Yeah.
So the argument for McAvoy, and I can see to this too, a defenseman's on the ice more, right? There's more ice time
They're
given
also
to a
kind of
defenseman.
supposed to be the like controlling presence on the ice, right? Like
Exactly.
that. Like I feel like they translate well to locker rooms because they're supposed to be like the over. I guess the goalie is, but like they're defenseman is supposed to oversee the whole play, if you will.
Let's throw Swayman in the cards. No, they can't do goalies, can they?
I don't know why. I guess not, but like it just doesn't happen. But Price was an A, right? We've
I
had
think
this
so. Yeah,
conversation.
I think so.
Gary Price wore an A. He never wore the C though, because it was Pacioretty.
Here, let me just look it up. Carey Price.
Anyway,
go ahead.
what I was saying is like I saw this graphic today, and like this is the stuff that bothers me though.
Go ahead.
It's from Bruins Center. It's an Instagram page. Go follow them. I wanted to get the name, so if I was gonna shout it out, so if people listening, Bruins Center, go follow them on Instagram. They have great stuff. I'm gonna disagree with it in a second, but they have great graphics and everything, and lots of news. So get your Bruins stuff there if you're not following Marcuzzi, because Marcuzzi also follows him. So, anyway, I saw this graphic, and it's about like Neely, and it's like the quote of like, they I don't know if either guys earned it, like, and they put under that the disrespect in like all caps, and it's a photo of Pastrnak. And the line that's crazy though in all this that we aren't looking is that Neely went on to say we like leaders, not the ones who just tag along.
What he said that in the same sentence, because I was only reading off of like what.
Well, unless this guy's lying or this Instagram account's lying, but they put that in quotation marks. We like leaders, not the ones who just tag along. If he's talking about those two, that's wild to me.
I mean, Cam Neely's been nothing short of,
he lets it fly sometimes, which is kind of awesome, but it's also like, dude, shut up, man. Like
he's been nothing short of like vocal, especially remember the Jeremy Swayman contract negotiations. Yeah, so
and then to my point though.
Go ahead.
So they post it, and then they post in the third slide. It's like all of Pasternak's like great playoff moments. Why is that a factor for being the captain? You know what I'm saying? Like the Game 7 go-ahead goal in 23, the Game 7 overtime winner in 24.
Yeah. Well, what does it mean? I want to go back to it. If that was like what exactly
they lost the game in 23, by the way. So just like putting that out there.
Yes, this is true. But like what? But that was a huge goal by Pastrnak. I give credit.
But I'm saying that's what he's supposed to do. Everyone, like, have we forgotten this?
So, but what does it mean when like you say people who tag along? Because like I don't think you can't say you're number one right winger who's one of 5 people on planet Earth who can give you 100 points. And
it's just tagging. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Like
you can't say. I doubt. I really want to listen back and see if this is taken out of context or not. But like, you can't say that you're 2 integral pieces. And I mean, maybe it is what Cam Neely meant because of what he said about Swayman.
This Bruins Center post is clearly just they're a Pastrnak for the C people.
Yeah,
it's going to turn into a political debate.
This has become politics.
He's clearly a Pastrnak fan for the C, which is fine. I mean, have your take. I'm just saying I saw this and I was like, that's what Pasternak's supposed to do. And in case everyone forgot, he's supposed to score the goals that we win games for.
What do they call, like, what do these news stations call, like, the presidential debates? Like, voice of the nation. I forget what it's called, but like those kinds of things. When like they have the
State of the Nation address,
State of the Union, that kind of thing. This is a State of the Union.
It's like the president's already voted.
No, you're right.
He gives a summary of how the country's doing every year.
Right. So,
what? Yeah.
I forget what they're called. I haven't watched.
That'd be. You know what? No, they can't do that. I was like, it would be kind of sick if the Bruins did that.
Have them stand at the podium.
They made it like a political campaign. It's like vote for McAvoy, vote for Pastrnak.
Whoa, that would be nuts. That would be insane. I actually would engage in that so hard. Can you imagine? Like, because looking at it social media wise, I've seen a lot more.
I mean, it's horrific PR though, but like it would be good.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be
But
good,
like
like it'd be good social media content. You can make them like you can have them both give like speeches and like put the desk on them, put the presidential seal. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can do the whole thing.
that would be funny. No, but I was gonna say, wait, where were we going with this? If Cam Neely does mean what he means by like we don't like people who tag along, you can't say that if that is what he
Yeah.
meant. You can't say that about a number one. All right, I already said what Pastrnak is, and he's an integral NHL player, 1 in a million that you got. And you can't say that about Charlie McAvoy either, who toughed out an incredibly tough year and posted career bests and proved that once again he is
It was a
your
career best for him, huh? I find that kind of crazy, but it is true.
60 plus points.
Yeah, but I
So,
mean, it's just like, yeah,
and he
it
had like
just kind of
50
shows
assists.
you how like he kind of plateaued in the other years,
I know.
which
But
is maybe what they're holding against him. That he's
I
right. He's
mean,
never. That could be another reason too. We never like. Maybe they're holding against McAvoy. Again, me saying all this is not like I'm not a reporter. So like I don't know. I'm just giving like my thought on it before the hounds, go after me. Like
right. I just think that I don't, you shouldn't, most franchises, I at least think, like franchises who have worthy players that, like, could step up and be a captain. Like the Islanders, for example, are debating Matthew Schaefer or Bo Horvat. Like, I'm not trying to discredit either or, but between a 20-year-old defenseman who you selected number one overall and a decent number one center who has led a team before, like I'm not trying to like I am comparing. But what I'm saying is like they could potentially name a captain out of one of those two guys. I don't think either or would be mad at the other decision. And in this case as well, I don't really see the reason to exactly the way I'm going to put it is drag it. Like there's no you have a good option
that's
either
my
or.
that's my point about them being dinosaurs. Like just get it over with. Like just pick one at the end of the day. Like you know what I'm saying?
I think both make yes, I think both, regardless of decision, make a good case. And honestly, all in all, to kind of wrap up this conversation and advance it, I think either or would be okay with how that works. And there's an understanding within the locker room. I feel like at least within this team's culture, there's an understanding where it's like, yeah, we still like our
Let
group.
me
We
ask you a
still
question
like
though, Marcus. Let me ask you a
go
question
ahead.
though. Now, if I'm doing PR for the Bruins, this would be my first thought. I would say to Mr. Neely, I'd be like, Mr. Neely, you can pick one, but you have to think about this for a second. Okay. Whoever you don't pick, you will have a fan base that hates you for it.
I mean,
Because people like Marcuzzi are going to be posting on their Instagram stories of how Pastrnak was not the captain. And that's wrong. You see what I'm saying? I wonder that if there's any thought to that as well. They don't want to piss off us.
they've already here's the thing though, like the Bruins as a whole have already gone to the extent of pissing off the fan base time and
Yeah,
time
I
and
don't
again
think people care that much though. I don't think.
in terms of who
I
gets the
think he
captaincy.
put fuel to fire yesterday by saying the comments that he did, right? But like, if Neely just came on and said like, yeah, like it'd be it's gonna be like if we pick one, it'll be one of the two of them. You think anyone would have been like, whoa? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not really.
Okay,
No.
exactly. Yeah. So I think he added, fire to it.
It's obvious who the two like tier one candidates are. Like there's no doubt about that.
I do
So
like though. There is a part of me that does love like when a team just has like some stiff as a captain that like you've never heard of, but he's wearing the C and like he's actually like a good leader. They're a good team, but like he doesn't do anything.
so maybe they're considering that.
Like I
For
think
the
of
Bruins.
like Corrali, give him the C, maybe. I don't know. Again, we shit on Corrali so much. It's more funny because I just like saying his name a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah, Corelli has one of my more favorite names in terms of like the Bruins, but they like let's be honest, we're all saying like the media is all saying Pastrnak McAvoy. Like it could be somebody that we're not even
Not
considering.
Zadorov though. Like, give me a break with that.
I think he's in the
I
consideration.
don't. I mean, tell me what about like Minton? If they're like it's a young guy league, saying in this day and age, as we've talked about before on this podcast.
I think Frazier's.
You people are old news, McAvoy and Pastrnak.
Yes, a 30-year-old and a 28-year-old are old news.
You guys are outside your primes, kid. I
No, they're
mean,
waiting.
it's
Go
becoming
ahead.
that, like, isn't it becoming that way though? That like 21 is starting to like be your prime now.
No, I think it's just like you're.
Because you start people there, all these kids are starting at 18. Like it used to be like you start at 21, so like 25 was your prime.
I mean, like I could go back and look at all the different cases of young, substantial talents that have come into the league and like dominate at their young age. Like, but definitely, like you are seeing the talent aspect of things.
Look, I just mean that I don't know if the math is because you get like an 8-year period of your prime, right? It's like 21
Yeah,
to 30. That's
yeah, basically.
that's 9. Pat, good math. But I'm saying like, don't you feel like there's a significant like I don't know what's the word? Is it increase or decrease? No, I don't think it's either of them. But like
They're
kids
waiting.
start way younger now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But they could just be like holding out and saying like, yeah, maybe Minton in
Are
like
they holding out
5
for a
7
player that they're going to get in a trade, like a Dylan Larkin, or like I don't know, because Brady Kachuk's already been traded, but like that was always the other thought as well.
Yeah, like what if they acquire a captain base player?
Quinn
So
Hughes, you see Quinn Hughes? Is
what
this all
about him?
fake, by the way? This Quinn Hughes stuff,
What about him?
him and like the Wild like aren't like seeing eye to eye on contracts.
No, it's real, but I think it's mostly because like he wants to line up his contract with Jack so they can just find a team to play together.
Yeah, but
Like
he
he
loves the
wants
Wild. I thought he loves
no,
he loves the Wild.
he loves the Wild, but I think like he wants a short term deal to be like to line up with, okay, where does Jack go when he gets in free agency and have like a
Listen,
huge brother
children, I'm sorry to
reunion?
tell you guys, like that's a cute story. Like, go pray with your brother, and like the Kachucks are kind of ruining it for everybody else. But like, how about you go play on the team that you play on? Like, how's that sound? You know what I'm saying? And like, then you get like paid like $11 million from like the team that you wear the jersey on now.
Hey, whatever does happen, like tying this together now that you mentioned Quinn Hughes, I hope it's not one of those things where the Bruins like just get like desperately hand it out as like a bargaining chip of like, please, like don't think of because there's obviously the speculation of like, oh, if the Bruins aren't contending enough. Remember when Pastrnak said like, oh, like I'm turning 30, I'm not getting younger, that kind of thing. Like don't
Yeah,
give it,
maybe they're holding that against them.
don't like give it out as like a way to be like, please stay with it because they did that with Quinn Hughes in a sense. They like tried to get a coach for him in that sense, and it just
In Vancouver, you're
obviously
saying?
yes. Like don't do
I thought
that.
Rick
That's
Tocchet worked out well there. I don't know what happened.
what with Vancouver.
I thought Rick was good. I thought he was really good. Like I thought they were like sick when he first got there. I don't know what happened to them.
Hey, it's like you said, coaches are the first ones to get the boot. So
Always.
always, but
Let us know who you
um
guys think. Hashtag red or blue. Lickle debate.
I would really like to know who in this case would be red or blue between Pastrnak and McAvoy, but that is up to
listen. I mean, we know one. According to
yes,
Twitter,
this
we
is
all
true.
know who would be red and who would be blue. So
Well, I mean, Czechia wears red, so easy.
no. I'm just saying
I know, I know.
because
Anyways,
McAvoy, just
right, I
happened to be in
understand.
a room. He's now being called these heinous things that I don't think are true about Mr. McAvoy, and I would hate that.
Also, something we didn't even mention about McAvoy, and I'll end it here. He has played on a team and knows what it's. He has won an
Yeah,
Olympic
he won the gold medal, by the way, if we all remember that, like 4 months ago.
I just played to your hands so easily. He has been there, done that now. He can say he's done that. So, yeah, there's a case for Charlie McAvoy. But yes, let us know what you think in that regard between McAvoy or Pastrnak.
Don't actually be
But yeah,
political
that's
in the
good.
comments. That's a joke. If you're political, we're banning you. Okay, everybody, listen to that right now. If you're a political person, do not take your politics into the comment section and be nice to people. If somebody disagrees with you on Pastrnak and McAvoy, don't say they're an idiot or a freaking clown because that's what I do. Okay, I get to do that. You don't get to do that. That's a special skill that I have. Casey,
Well,
president.
part of Pat Casey, president. Yes, you would have my vote. So okay. this will be a debate heading into training camp, but I want to know if you had any other sort of like thoughts on storylines. Part of what Neely said, this is a whole Cam Neely episode. Shout out Cam Neely for giving us things to discuss. He talked about like the competition for the younger guys to, make it into the roster. I'm just wondering if you have any overall arching like themes, topics that you're thinking about as we head into training camp, like what you're looking out for in terms of just like roster battles. Have
Yeah,
you thought
I
about it
mean,
at all?
the young guy thing is always interesting, but like we say this every year, like, oh, I hope young guys can make a jump this year, and then they don't because you can't draft players. In case you forgot that whole thing. I'm just kidding, of course, obviously. Yeah, what interests me is who does Minton play with? Where does Higgins play in the lineup? Does Higgins play at all with the starters, or is he on that fifth line thing or whatever? Those are all things that would interest me. How does Paterka look? I mean, I think that has to be a big question mark going in. How does he look? Does he look like he's good? How does he look? Obviously, like you're not going to know everything about the guy in training camp, but like that, I hope the reporters are looking at him a lot. I hope it will be interesting to see Pastrnak and McAvoy just again, because that's it. Swayman, he has to have a good start to training camp. We know that if he doesn't have a good start, that's training camp. Oh man, does it look ugly out there between the crease?
Yeah, he's huge. He's a huge
crease? Are you between
in the
does it go
between the pipes?
Between the crease, between the pipes.
Between the pipes. So yeah, there's a lot that I think you definitely have to look out for. One of the, or at least two things that really intrigue me heading into training camp is how it's a shorter like preseason, right? There's only 4 games.
84 games. That's right.
84 games, only 4 preseason games. So
thank God we got to get rid of preseason sports, man. I mean, this football stuff is awful. I know people enjoy it. It's good for like an inning.
A quarter
when like the starters play, but after that, it's like, whoa. I feel like I'm watching my high school team play right now.
Yeah. So like here's the thing though, like a shorter preseason, especially for younger players who already are kind of turned a blind eye in the Bruins organization, are going to have less time to exactly prove themselves. And that applies to the case of, say, one Matthew Poitras with a contract signed. We'll figure out how that goes in. That's a whole nother thing. We've already discussed that. But also like Frederick Brunet, like
the usual suspects.
The usual suspects. And even like Mikey DiPietro, like how
we've gone into like 4 training camps now with like saying like maybe Patrick can make a team out of camp.
I'd say 3. I don't want to say because
it's 3. This is the 3rd one.
Yeah, I was gonna say because 2022 he was still like in Guelph, but I digress. Like there's so many for me at least. Like I have the lineup pulled up, and there's just so many question marks where I at least worry about when looking at it from a cap space perspective, because you know me, I always look at it that way. Yes, the Bruins have cap space, they have wiggle room. However, I did the math. If you look at the projected, I'm gonna bore you. Just let me get.
Why don't you do my taxes too while we're here? Why don't you just do my accounting for me?
Send them along. I got you. So, anyways, if you look at their 13th, 14th, and 15th forwards right now on a projected roster, this is what I have it as. And then their 7th and 8th defensemen, right? Like even NHL.com had it this way. Mason Lohrei and Yoki Aru off. They would not be playing night in and night out based on the projected roster. Reichel, Steve.
Really?
Based on, NHL.com, they released it and they
Lohrai's not in the defenseman?
Well, based on what NHL.com, like they do their team previews, they put Aspero up there on the first pair, and then they add Lindholm and Zadorov.
And Borgen. Yeah.
And then Borgen, on the right side. So if you take Lohrei and Yogi Aru, and then you have Reichel, Steves, and Asamont, I added it up. I don't have it in front of me, but that's like,
oh my God. I completely forgot about him.
If you add those contracts up, that's $6 million on the defensive side of things. But I mean, you're talking almost like 10 million that you're just like kind of
just giving
leaving up there.
Well, no, that you're
earlier. Well, you're giving it to them, but that's not being utilized on the ice night in
Just
and night out.
paying 10 million to people who don't work for you. That's always a good strategy.
So I wonder kind of what's what that's gonna look like if it does fall that way. Now I'm not saying that Laura is just like kicked to the curb, but like for example, like more of a Henri Jokiharju case, like what's going on there? Because when you acquired two right shot defensemen in Clifton and Borgen, they're probably gonna be like above the depth chart
My
over
God, Clifton,
Jokiharju.
that's right. I was like, wait, who they have playing next to Borgen? That's still one reason where I'm like, oh yeah, Connor Clifton, man.
Well, this is how we're gonna for those of you guys don't know, we're gonna do like our lineups. Like I want me and Pat sometime maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks down the road, we're gonna do our how we would line up the Boston Bruins. But based on this like lineup projection I have on the cap situation, Jokiharju would not be playing. That's $3 million you're not like using. I just wonder. I feel like training camp is gonna reveal a lot about like what's going on here. They're discussing the depth aspect. Like I'm just going back to what they've said previously in regards to like McAvoy missing 6 games. It's 6 games. Like I don't really see the reason why like you have to have so much depth spent throughout the lineup. It doesn't make sense to me.
What,
But
McAvoy missed
that's
6 games last year?
no, because remember against Buffalo, it was Zach Benson, the Benson thing. That's why he got
The
suspended.
suspension. I see. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry. I was like, I don't know what I thought you said, but
Yeah. So a month away from training camp, there's that. And then I also think I just want to mention that, like the $10
that's a
million
good point. I
dollars.
kind of forgot about that too. He's suspended to start the year, which is
Yeah,
the most ridiculous, which is the most asinine thing in the world because Benson didn't get anything, which
at
is
all.
like, how is that even possible?
So, but anyways, yeah, I was gonna say with that, yeah, I'm looking at the Red Sox score too. It's an absolute back and forth ball game.
My eyebrow. I
So
don't know what you're doing.
what's up?
My eyebrow keeps sticking up. I keep freaking. All
Your
right.
eyebrows look tremendous. Don't worry about it. So, anyways, I was gonna say along with this, when training camp comes around, the September 15th collective bargaining agreement deadline comes in, and you know what that means? If I haven't
CBA.
enlightened, yeah, the CBA. If I haven't enlightened you on this, there's a new CBA taking effect. This means you cannot sign a player to an 8-year contract after the fact at all. It goes
Even
down
if
to
it's
7 years.
there's no home discount anymore,
No,
or not
it's
home
7
dis,
years.
whatever it's called, whatever. There's no home, like the home break tax that you got.
Yeah. So we talked
The
about it in our
players just don't
first.
want to play. Is that what it is? Because like we could all just go home then, if that's what you guys are all up to. We can all pack it up. Let's go home. They
Pat
only
is
want to play in
livid.
Florida, so I guess so. Like I guess let's all just go home then, right? Let's all just go home.
Pat is absolutely livid with the NHL right now.
Well,
He
no, it's
cannot
just like
wait.
listen. Who am I to like say this? I understand. I'm a bum on my couch. Like I got it. All right. I'm not a player. But doesn't it feel like there's like this weird like thing happening right now where like players don't want to play for their teams? Like it's kind of strange.
I don't think chalking off a year. I forget like what the reason is behind it, but like I think it's just for
Well,
more like movement.
everything that they do is to protect them, right? Everything that like
True.
the players association, every time did the players ask for that, or did the owner?
I
That's a good point actually. Did the owners ask for that? Or did the players ask for it?
I don't know. I haven't done the research on it, but
So that's
that
good.
is
I
the
should
big
shut my
like
mouth before I should do some research on that because if the owners asked for it, then they're just being cheap, obviously. But if the
right.
players ask for it, I'm like,
But you're starting to see though, like players signing like shorter deals. Like look at Celebrini with 5 years,
because they don't want
Carlson
to be
with five
stuck in
years.
prison, okay? Which is good for them. I wouldn't want to play in San Jose either if I was a hockey player.
So going back to it though, like think
I
about
keep
what
ripping on
this
San Jose. People are going to get mad at that, but that's all right.
San Jose is probably beautiful this time of year, or
Oh, great.
extremely
Great
hot and
weather.
windy. Um,
Brutal
anyways,
organization. I mean, come
brutal what?
on. Brutal just organization. I don't, it's not that bad. It's fine.
But anyways, like where was I gonna go with that? Yeah, going back to like our first ever conversation recorded on this podcast. The amount of players that we have to extend, right? Lorai's up. Middlestat, what do you do with? How does this affect Pavel
Oh,
Zak and what
God.
he might want as next deal, right? Like these are all topics that I feel like might be brought up as a conversation starter. Like, do the Bruins have anyone that they're looking at in the lineup Minton perhaps and saying like, no, we want this guy for 8 years. We don't want him for 7, or we don't want him to look at, what his best friend from Vancouver is doing and saying like, yeah, I want 5. And it's like, no, can we get you for 8? Like
They all
that
have
kind
that.
of
They
thing.
all have that group chat. Be like, hey guys, it's the year 2037, and we're all playing for the Capitals. Imagine it. It's like, dude.
Or the Canucks might get really lucky with
No, he's not going
all
home.
those guys.
I wouldn't be. If I was that, I wouldn't want to go to Canucks. You kidding me? That place is
Well, right now, nobody would.
Vancouver's
But what I'm
fine.
saying-
Calgary is like hell. That's what people say, right? That like no one in the world wants to play in Calgary.
Well, they are going to get a new arena, so
That helps for sure. But
that
like,
does help.
it's horrible weather. They're like Edmonton's little brother, right? People say like it's like it's just Calgary is just like a bummy place to go. I feel like I keep hearing. I don't know. I keep hearing that though. Maybe that's just the stigma. The Flames have always been terrible forever.
Yeah, they haven't really since like the Kachuk, Gaudreau, Elias Lindholm days with Noah Hannafin too. Like they had like a pretty decent team there. But I do think I was gonna say like on the Bruins front, I do think these are sort of things that we're going to have to consider. Like I said at the beginning of the
I didn't know the 7-year thing. That's cool.
Yeah, it is definitely a talking point. So it makes me wonder in terms of just like a contract thing, is that something where one of my goals at the beginning of the offseason was extend an expiring free agent before the season began? Whether that was like Zach or Minton. What?
Is Minton expiring?
Yes.
Oh, we talked about this. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
We talked about it.
So I wonder if
I put him in the category of it's going to happen. So like I don't even have to worry about it.
It's going to happen, but do you think it happens like before or after? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't sign him for 8 years after that.
Was it his final year?
Yes.
Entering? That's a good point, Marcus. That's why we have you on the show. That's why we have you.
No, but I do think it's something that you have heard nothing on.
I wonder if you can do that. Can you do that? You think like what you're saying, like on September 15th, like sign him to 8 years? Like there's got to be some like no. Like there's got to be some sort of like prohibit in place.
If I looked for the exact like date, there's definitely like a time where it's like 11:59 or 23, or maybe it's noon.
I would love it if a team did that. By the way,
what?
We're like Celebrini, just I don't know, throwing his name out there. San Jose, like waits till like 2 minutes before the CBA kicks in and announces an 8-year extension.
And they're like, "Yeah, we got a contract." Well, this is a discussion in Ottawa because like Drake Batherson, like their top line winger, he could like command 11 million on the open market. Like that's what league executives are saying, and it's like he wants 8 years in Ottawa, but if they can't get it done before the 15th, it's like, well, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like that's the difference between 7 and 8 years.
Yeah, but I'm with you. Like I was like kind of ragging on it. Like it's not that big of a deal, 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? It's just money of like it's just years and money, but like
well,
in the grand scheme of things, it's still 7 years. Like you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think there's weight to it in the sense that you used to see these contracts. Yes, they were big, but they were big in the sense that they were spread out. Like look at Pastrnak's, for example. Like it's 8 by 11. It's not chump change, but it's a bargain of a contract now compared to what these other guys are getting. And the other thing is too now, players you're starting to see are taking shorter term and just more money. Like they're just front loading the money. Just like give me all that. They're not trying to like extend out their contract and play like that. We don't even know what Adam Fantilli is going to do with this. So I think because of that 7-year maximum,
he should not get 7 million or 7 years. Fantilli.
Well, I mean, like that's what I'm saying.
Nowhere
is like
near like he's a fine player. He's above average.
What I'm saying is like those are the things that players can take into consideration. Where it's like you're not signing a guy in free agency for 6 years now, and it's like, oh, that's pretty long. It's like, oh, that's right on the cusp of, or you could, you're gonna see a lot more 4-year deals, 3-year deals, 5-year deals.
That's a good. I wonder what they're gonna do with Minton then. That's a good point. I wonder if they just do the 7 because like I bet you. I don't know. I could be very wrong. My gut tells me they haven't even begun discussing an extension for him. I don't know why. Right? Like, don't you get that feeling? Like, I feel like there's like we would have heard something by now if there were discussions on it.
Well, I think I want to say Sweeney said in a presser, like, yeah, I've talked to Murat, I've talked to Frazier about their deals. I think he said that to some extent. So it's like maybe they have
Talk
gotten
can
the
mean a
ball.
lot of different things, though, right? Like that's just keeping it vague.
So yeah, but maybe they have gotten the ball rolling. But I'm saying like there is sort of a clock ticking. Like, do you want to keep him for 8 years? Do you want to take that bargain? So
Christian Gonzalez.
Christian Gonzalez, like, what do you want to do there? I mean, the Penguins just gave a guy who barely played any NHL time at all $4 million for 8 years. So, Ville Koivunen, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. But anyways, I do think those are all things to look forward to heading into training camp. But next week, I'm sure we'll have a lot more preparedness to discuss our lineups and everything, which I cannot wait.
We can do that.
I cannot wait to do. But yeah, that's what I got. But do you want to SDS? So to speak?
I don't know. Let's just have some fun with it a little bit.
What did you have on your mind? Because I know you always have something.
Nothing.
Nothing? All right, I'll update you on how.
Yeah, I was gonna say how was the trip?
West Coast. The trip was, like I said at the beginning of the episode, I have a new appreciation for the USA because it's not just highways with trees and traffic and the same old muggy mass weather of like mosquitoes. Pros of being out west: dry air, no mosquitoes, right? No traffic. Cons with that: it's hot, really hot out there.
And you're in the middle of nowhere.
And everywhere you need to go is 2 hours. It is insane just to drive around there. It's nuts. But having said that, like, your eyes are just constantly in awe. Like, the views are beautiful. If I had the photos like ready to pull up, I would show them. Like, it is really cool.
What's the saying? We have like 4 different countries in this one country. Like,
we have like Minecraft biomes to the nines, dude. It's nuts.
You get the tropical weather in the south. You get you can get mountain weather in the west. The west is really kind of the fascinating one because you literally get everything over there.
It's like it's literally I get why they called it the Wild West. You've been out there, no?
I went to Los Angeles once.
Ah, the coast. You were all the way on the coast.
That doesn't count. Obviously, it's the west. Well, does it? I guess it's the west. It's the west coast, but like it's not the Midwest. Like I'm saying, the Midwest is like it's very open and well. I guess I've been to Tennessee. Does Tennessee count? No.
I'd say Tennessee counts.
Nope, they play in the SEC. I'm not counting it.
Yeah, Southeast Conference. So there's West Coast, Mountain West, I'd say, which is like your Colorados, your Utahs, and then there's like your Midwest, which is like your Kentuckys, Missouris, Illinois, like those kinds of states. But no, it's so like it's so breathtaking out there. The elevation though, like we're probably, you and me sitting right now, we're probably at like, I don't know, 0 feet elevation or like sea level near.
We're above it for sure.
No, we're above it, but I'm saying like relative to Mountain West, like I constantly was looking at signs and it was like elevation 3,000. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, what?
It's kind of the same thing in Italy too.
Yeah, like with all the rolling hills and everything. It's nuts.
Yeah, but that's how. Yeah, that's like that. Well, that's the Mile High City, right? Denver. Like that's why. Like that's what I've never been there, but I understand the geology. But like it just starts at a higher elevation than the rest of the country sits at. So it's like that's why it's way up there.
Yeah, I see to the point of Denver's advantage in sports with like breathing. Like I could like while we were hiking around and whatnot, I was like, oh my God, like I need a second. I was like I could not I couldn't breathe at times, but it was just like.
Do you feel like that doesn't get like talked about enough?
What, the lack of oxygen?
Yeah, like I don't like how can they
in
actually
sports?
Like have you ever like think about like how could they actually have like sports teams there?
I mean, if it's habitable, like if Denver's habitable as a city, you can have sports teams there.
Yes, but like
That's the
Your
baseline.
city imposes like a health risk on people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like that's a good like point to like think about.
Yeah, but I
And I
mean, there
understand
was
the people of
also
Colorado might say, well, that's the advantage, but it's like, but like an advantage is like your crowd's really loud.
yeah,
Not
but
that like, no, we can't breathe when we come here. Like that's like the
but
issue.
isn't a health risk also like, for example, old Highmark Stadium with the Bills, like how cold it gets in Buffalo, like that. Like, let's be honest here, like you
But
can warm up.
that's not unique to Buffalo, like is what I'm saying.
I would say it's kind of unique to
But like
Buffalo. No, it's inevitable when you
it's
go.
cold in Buffalo, but like it's cold in Boston. Like it's,
Yeah, but
like I'm
you
saying
would.
like Denver's the only place in America where like you have a breathing issue when you step down off the plane. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I also do want to say that, like, I feel like as humans evolve, like we could go back and say like the cold is also like a health risk to an extent. Like back in the old Boston Garden, I remember.
I thought it was better for it. Didn't I hear? I thought I read that somewhere that like cold air is better to breathe than warm air.
Better to breathe. Well, I mean, I usually just get dry throat and I have to
Obviously,
drink a
you'll
ton
like
of tea.
die from hypothermia. Like I don't understand what you're saying, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say though, like I do think in terms of just like as we have, I'll say it this way: Boston Garden used to get like hot because there was no air conditioning. So like if you watch like old games, I remember my dad telling me about this. If you watch like old games, it would like the Lakers are on the sideline. They're like Kareem's in a like a he's has an oxygen tank. He's like like Darth
Yeah,
Vader, like trying to like recoup his breath. So like
yeah,
technically that's also a health hazard that they just kind of played through,
yeah.
right?
I
Like
guess it's a good point.
there's ways you can prepare for that. I mean, Mac Jones against the Buffalo Bills wore a scuba suit just to.
Right, but
Oh my god, are you good?
that was horrifying.
Pat's power just went out.
No, it's my light.
Oh, your light went out. I thought his
I think it's
power went out.
dying.
Sorry.
I think it's probably dying.
Oh my god. If you want, you could turn on the lamp while we talk for a bit, or like turn on your light.
Oh my freaking god, dude.
Oh my gosh. Take your timer on that. No, but I will say, like, if you want to turn on the room light, you absolutely like can take a sec to do that. No, I was gonna say though, like the debate of that I think is like you could have a health risk in the sense of it being too cold, too hot. FIFA, of course, is a good example of this because FIFA had the hydration breaks just for the advertisements, but like it was kind of a concern. The heat, at least over here. Like I remember before the World Cup started, I can't wait for Pat to turn on his mic again so we can talk about this. But like there were people coming in from different countries and they were like, it is hot. Like it is hot here in the United States. And we're like, yeah, dude, like it does get hot here. Like, it's not like that English channel weather where you get that nice cool breeze. I haven't been to England in the summer, so I wouldn't know. But I do think that's also a factor. While Pat tries
Yeah,
to.
I I agree.
You
Hold
can
on.
turn on your room light, dude, if you
I
want.
hate how it looks.
You don't
Okay.
like how it looks?
No, I look like
That's
shit
him.
with this thing on.
You do not. So you just put up all those all the background. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, Pat has a new and improved Boston Bruins background, which I'm proud of
Isn't it
him for
awesome?
setting up. It is great.
It took me a whole of 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh. That is
I like
yeah,
this touch. Though. You guys like this? It's a
yes.
hockey whiteboard. I was thinking about maybe putting it here, and I would have, if I had better foresight, I would have done that.
Low key.
So I can draw it. Yeah, I can draw things on it for our podcast. When I was decorating today, I guess we're changing the subject now. We can go back to Denver and the hazard of breathing up there in a second.
You're fine.
Okay. When I was like looking at like stuff to like decorate my room with, I found this like hilarious thing that I forgot I had. I can pull this out every now and then. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on my freaking Chargers. God, dude. All right. Anyway, sorry.
He's having performance issues today. It's been a while.
Yeah. So I used to ref, for people who don't know, like hockey games, and every year they send you the official rules of hockey.
USA Hockey Rules.
So if a ref absolutely botches it during a game, I can pull out the old rule book and we can get down to it. I can give a little lecture, like classes in section, you know?
That would like if we did do a segment where it was like Coach Casey's segment and we had like you right on the board and just do like a little strategy thing. There's a feature on NHL the website where if you watch back a goal, you can see like where everyone was on the ice as like little dots. Like I remember watching back, we were talking about Pasternak's like best moments during the captaincy conversation. Like if you watch back on that specific overtime game winner in 2024 against the Leafs in game 7, like he scores the goal.
That's better. Okay, good.
You look great. He scores the goal and then just like all the Bruins dots come off the bench like so like fast, and then like all the Leafs like white blue dots just like hop off the bench, but they just like kind of skid slowly towards the towards the goalie. It's like funny. Those are kind of
they
fun.
do. It's like the cartoon that they do. That like Marchand was in.
What do you talk about the games? Like they
Like
do
on like
the special
ESPN, like
games.
matinees, when like someone scores,
Oh,
they'll do like the animation of it, and then like
they did I want to say I've never watched this, but it was Big City Greens. I think they called it that.
Big City Greens.
Like they do the little kids stuff. I'm still waiting. I don't know if they have done it. Phineas and Ferb. I would mess with that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like Phineas and Ferb. I rocked with Phineas back in the day.
Big Phineas and Ferb guy growing up.
Yeah. What else is going
yes.
on, man?
Go ahead. Give me some. I already gave you.
I'm getting into like iced coffee. That's like something that's going on in my life right now.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you would like it. You'd like that.
Really? Tell me how you got an iced coffee.
Well, I started work. I do so like that's that thing now that I do is called it's work, you know, because I got to make money.
The company?
Yeah. Shout out Premier Building Products. If you're a contractor, and I'll deliver it to you. Yeah. So I wake up at 6 now every day, and it sucks. I mean, it sucks for sure. Waking up.
Slap in the face.
Yeah. I'm going to kill this thing. I'm going to break it in a second.
Just turn up the brightness on your computer at this point. There you go.
People listening, my light went out again. And I'm about to throw it at my freaking wall, to be honest, because I'm getting sick of it. All right. Yeah. So I don't know. And you know what? I got it was almost like peer pressure where I'm at the age now where I feel like I need to do it. Like I just need to get a nice coffee in the morning because everyone else does it. So I feel like I just need to do it.
So you have not had a caffeine kick ever?
Well, I used to drink soda and stuff, but I don't really drink it anymore. No.
But it's like you never
my nose, man. Every time I come on this starts just waterfall.
We need to get you some Flonase in a little.
I guess, dude. Yeah.
I'll send you a gift basket, and
maybe it's like my nervous tick of like snorting.
I mean, oh my god! I heard how that sounded, but no, I was gonna say
clip that one, man. Put that one on Twitter. All right.
I was gonna say the coffee kick is like a real thing, but that's just like you not even a hot coffee guy. Like you just have never.
Well, in Italy, I dabble with the coffee. I was like early morning planes. Everyone's drinking coffee. I'm like, this must work if everyone's doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
15 people do the same thing. Odds are you should be the 16th person to do that. That's what I've always thought in life. So I tried it. Yeah, it was got a Swiss hot coffee. It was nice. Tasted great. And I'm like, all right. I was talking to my cousins and all of my family. It's like the advice I got the most though, which I'm I didn't really listen to. If you're not into coffee already, then don't drink it. But like to me, I
Yes.
thought, well, that's just stupid
Yes.
because you're just one of those people who drink coffee who think you can just like spit down at other people. Like, right? Like, let me ask you a question then. How did you get into coffee if you shouldn't drink it?
It was probably not the best health thing because I was like my mom's already a coffee addict. Like if we're really gonna call
Right,
coffee a
but that's
drug,
I'm
which
not
it
like
is.
saying like you specifically, but I'm saying coffee drinkers say that a lot where they're like, well, if you're not into it already, then don't get into it. And it's like, who are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you probably weren't into it at some point.
I encourage it if you're required to get up early. I encourage caffeine if you are required to get up early. Like you need something to just snap you into a wake up mode. Like I need to get
And let me
early.
tell you this, okay? It works, which I didn't think it did. That was my biggest thing. I thought I was a big doubter of caffeine. Like I just didn't think it worked. It was just like you're either energetic or you're not. Like you can't take a steroid to get it into you. But because I tested this, I went to work one day without an iced coffee, and then the next day with one, or with one first, and then without one the next day. Almost fell asleep the next day, and I was like, "Wow, that works, man. That really does work well. That's crazy."
Yep. Yep. It does. It does
So
work that
yeah,
way.
I'm getting into iced coffee.
There you
I
go.
You're gonna be disappointed in me, and I'm about to commit a sin, which I never thought I would be saying this. The Dunkin' iced coffee's not great.
You don't like it?
Well, like maybe I haven't had the right one yet, but every other iced coffee I drink from other places, I'm like, wow, this is really good. And then I have the one from Dunkin's, and it's like, this doesn't taste the same. So I got to think I'm either not getting the same thing, or I don't know.
Have you've tried Starbucks? I assume based on what
No,
you
I
just
haven't.
said. You haven't?
No,
A lot of people give their coffee like good stuff.
I've pressed. I've gone to Press
Okay.
Cafe. I've had a couple of those now. They're excellent.
Mhm.
There's a bagel bar in my town who does really nice coffee. That's good.
Oh, support your
And,
local.
and yeah, like Dunkin's, I do it every day. Usually, I go to Dunks and I get one. But I'm like, and actually, I changed it up the other day, which I did like. So maybe I'm starting to come around to it. I'm trying to figure it out.
So what
Because
is the
they're the
order?
only ones. They're the only coffee place I've ever been to where they ask you if you want it sweet or like not sweet, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm just a rookie to coffee drinking.
So did you ask or did you just make a panic call?
I just panicked. I said, I don't know, not with no sugar. I don't know.
Without sugar
Right?
is a dangerous game if you
No,
like
I don't do
sweet.
sugar. I usually
You
do
know?
milk and French vanilla,
Okay. That's a
which is
pretty
like
good combo.
it's a pretty boring one. I know people out there be like, wow, that's basic. Yeah,
No, but
that's the point.
that's like just the right amount of just like flavor to get you through where it's like, the morning. You know what I mean? Like that's just enough to kind of like get
Um,
you going.
all my friends drink it, so I just feel like I'm left out in that. I was left out in that aspect of it. Like everyone pulls up with a nice coffee in their hands, and I'm like, I don't know I guess I'm missing something because everyone keeps doing this every day.
And they're much more awake, much more active, and
Yeah.
oh, this is brutal. But
So yeah,
no, like
I'm getting into drinking iced coffee.
on the conversation of like people saying don't get into it, okay? Like I have drank it since I was 12. Like that's how much I've loved it. Like espresso, the whole shindig. The thing is though, is the reason people say that is because once you get off it, it's hard not to get back to it. Like I tried a 6-month detox without it.
Yeah, but
Not
I think
possible.
I shouldn't say that. I was about to say a stupid thing, but I shouldn't say that.
Okay. But you kind of like, especially as we are like aging into like where we need to like
What
get
does
into
getting into
work.
it like mean though? Like, what does that
What?
mean? Like, what point are you into it?
Where if you don't drink it one day, you get very tired halfway through the day and you have a headache as a result,
I guess.
which is speaking from experience. Don't drink it after 12. Do not drink it after noon.
No, well, that's what I'm.
Ever.
maybe I'm just disciplined, unlike you, but like they say to like you, if you're gonna get one, you get one, right? Isn't that the whole
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah. One. Usually.
And my dad, I guess, because I've been talking to my mom about it a lot, like because I feel like I need to like tell someone that I'm getting a nice coffee, or else like what am I even doing, right? Like I need the attention of it, or else our cover's blown here.
Just
But I
start posting it.
but I was like I was I was like talking to my mom about it just because like she's obviously drinks coffee sometimes, and apparently my dad used to drink like 5 a day, and I'm like, I don't need him. All right, like that's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think he
some people.
drinks it anymore though. Wonder why,
What?
right?
Oh, I mean, like, it's an addictive thing, I have to say. But it is, to your point, a lot of people do like do it. It is like one of those things where it's just like, damn, what am I missing out on? You know what I'm saying?
You
So
know what?
like,
That brings you to another discussion, then we can wrap up. Actually,
okay, go ahead.
yeah, I think you'll like this one. Me and my mom had this my mom brought this up to me, and I'm kind of baffled, and I'm still looking for an answer, and I don't think I found one yet.
Okay, give it to me.
What is up with our generation? And before I even say this, you do not say you don't do this, okay? Because I
Okay.
know you, and you would be the person to be like, well, I don't because you're better than everybody else.
Okay. What is it though?
What is up with our generation and being at a restaurant? And when the waiter or waitress asks you, what would you like? You say, I'll do the blank.
Honestly, I don't even think twice about it.
Welcome to the discussion, Marcus.
I don't think twice. It's just, it's either
But why? Because my mom's whole thing was like, their generation would be like, I will have,
yeah, it's
So
either
like,
that
how did
or
that change?
it's either that or it's like I'll have. It was definitely a pop culture, like something in a TV show or a movie that we saw was like, yeah, I'll do this. Like it was definitely a trend of some sort. I can't recall when, but I think that's definitely probably where
But
we got it.
that's not good enough, Marcus.
Not good
Unfortunately,
enough?
we need to get to the bottom of it. Like, why do we? Because I find myself saying it all the time, which is what I'm saying.
I'll
Like, I don't
do
just do it at restaurants; I do it everywhere.
It's either I'll do this or
Like, if
I'll
I'm looking at
say,
something on a shelf and they're like, "What do you want?" And you're like, "I'll do 14." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Is it a what brought this up for? Is it a matter of like mannerism? Is it
it's just mannerism. We were at a restaurant a couple weeks ago for something. It might have been my birthday, and we go around the table, and it's like everybody, but like my brother and his girlfriend said something different. Like my mom and dad said like that, I'll have the blank. My brother and my brother's girlfriend said something like different, right? And then they get to me and I said, I'll do the like chicken and you know what I'm saying? Chicken and
yeah.
whatever. And my mom asked the question, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a brilliant idea. I don't know why. Why do we do that?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't give her an answer. And she was like not accepting that. And I was like, Mom, I don't know. I just say it now. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've never thought about it until you said it because it's either for me, I'll do this, or c can I have like, can I? Like you ask, can I have some? And then
I
it's
think that's what
like,
my brother did.
can I have?
Um, yeah, maybe something. I forget what he said. There's like only three that you can say. It's I will have or like
I just say I'll do a water. Like, oh, drinks, I'll do a water.
exactly, but that's like stupid. Like looking back on it, like we shouldn't talk like that at all. Like
Yeah,
that's awful.
I'll do a water. You'll do a water? Oh, I'll have a
You'll
water.
what? Excuse me?
You'll do a water? No, I'll have a water.
Because my mom is a dirty mind, right? And she she thinks it's
Ah.
dirty, and I'm like, it kind of is. Like when you say it, like I'll do this, I'll do the steak.
Well, thinking about okay, in that sense, I can see to her point, but I think in another sense, like there's yes, you're having something like when you think about like the grammatical meaning of something, like yes, you'll have that, like you will indulge in it, but then there's also like you'll do like
Yeah, but it doesn't exactly. It doesn't
Yeah.
change. It's just a thing that we say. Like
Yeah, I'll do this. Like when
the
you say
only
you're doing something, you're partaking in whatever it is with
that's kind of
that.
where I arrived at as well. Where like my only thought is like we look at it from like an experience standpoint of like
Yes.
you go out to a restaurant, the steak is $35. Super
Hey.
expensive, right? But you're like, you know what? Whatever. I'll do it.
Yes, we
And
are a
that's the
generation of
only answer I
experience.
could arrive to. But I still don't like it. I don't think it's strong enough to hold up in court, as they say.
It's not good enough of an argument in your case. I think, yeah, maybe there's also like for us, at least in our generation, I feel like we always try to find a more feasible way to like put things. You know what I mean? Like is this was especially the case for me like when I was younger. Like I learned like all the isms and even then before this, like this has just been a thing throughout time where our language is just evolving and we're constantly figuring out new ways to say like what's up. Yeah, I mean like it's not like we don't do formal handshakes. We
Whatever happened to yo? Did it ever die?
yo. I still say yo.
I say it like
Yo.
I say it occasionally because I think that's cool to get that to
Yeah.
throw it in there occasionally.
Do you have a rotation of greetings?
Yeah.
So, hey,
Greetings
yo.
is funny. I do. I say greetings sometimes, and it's hilarious.
When do you say when was the last
I
time you
haven't
said
done it in a
greetings?
while, but I'm gonna start doing it again. I used to do that all the time, actually.
You
Or
should
not all the
intro
time. I used to do it periodically. I'd be like, "Greetings," and that's how people look at me like I'm some psychopath.
When eventually we do get office jobs at some point and like we have to do the Zoom meetings that all the guys are talking about, like we should just like enter them and just be like greetings.
Are you a morning or a good morning guy?
Morning. It's just way easier to just be like morning. Like it is a morning.
Skipping to you got places to be, man. Get to the point here.
It's not even places to be though, but you're just like it's a morning. Like this ever since I watched Gandalf
We have this
from The
weird
Hobbit.
propaganda in our country that we think mornings are good. Mornings are awful. Okay, they're the worst thing in the world. If I could wake up at 1 every day, I would do that, but I can't.
So you're a night owl. You would describe yourself as a night owl.
No, I'm not. I'm an afternoon guy.
You're an afternoon hawk.
I like going to bed. I hate waking up. Oh, Jesus. I'm on a roll today with the one-liners.
You are. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the consensus of the country. I like getting up early. It's not that I like it. It's just I just get up early.
I've always had this thought though. Getting up early is good when you have nothing to do.
Yeah, it's really nice when you have a morning where you can just ease into it.
It's like, wow, it's 7 and I'm up and I have nothing to do today. I can go be productive. Will you be productive though? Of course not. Because what are we people?
Exactly. Well, I mean, there's that, or you could say, in a perspective sense, you could get up and get a lot done, and then you have the rest of the day yourself.
No, that's
I
boring.
like that. That's
You know what?
boring.
I'm out on people being busy. No, you're not. You're not busy. You just think you're busy.
I hear you there. But like, I like to think of it this way, like in terms of like getting up and getting things done in the morning. I could do either or, where it's like I could get up, chill, relax, ease into the day, or I could get up, do a lot of things, right? Whether that be a la work or just like, things that I personally need to do for myself, get done, a la gym, errands, and then be done by like early afternoon and then say, okay, I
I
could
just
just
don't
chill.
get how like people wake like because I can't stand like the people who go to bed at like 9. Like right now, they'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, what
Yeah.
time do you wake up in the morning to like do all this stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's fascinating in one thing, like people who do go to bed yep, shut eye at 9. Like when we were little, that was the curfew. But
Yeah,
now,
but I just like I don't even know. Like, I couldn't force myself to bed at 9.
no. Like after this, once we hop off, I'm probably gonna like watch some TV
I'm gonna
or
go downstairs for another hour probably. I have to be in bed by 10:30 the latest because I do like to sleep and
you got to get up.
I'm not a morning person, in case you were wondering. So
So do you
uh,
do when you wake up? Do you do like do you have to like do a fast movement?
no, I have to be at work at 7. So here's my routine.
Give
It's
it
gonna
me.
be awful. It's gonna be so bad, but I don't care. It works. It's what works for me.
Yep,
I set an alarm for 6 a.m. I wake
on
up
the dot.
sometimes to it, but I also have an alarm set for 6:15.
Okay,
Okay, just in case I sleep in through the 6 a.m. one.
right.
If I wake up at 6, I'll usually just be on my phone in bed for till 6:15. Yeah, because I just needed the day can't just start for me. Okay, that's something I've learned. Like I can't just get right into it in life. I need to ease my way into things.
Right.
If I wake up at 6:15, I will stay in bed till 6:30. See where this is going.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But like,
It takes me about 15 minutes to get to work. So my head mathematically in my head, it's like if I leave at 6:42, the latest, I will get to work completely on time every day. Right.
I hear you.
But I wake up,
But
I finally get out of bed. I put on my shirt and a hat. I will brush my teeth because that's important. I do not take a shower. Now that might be blasphemy to some people. What I like, my job is like I get pretty gross. Like I don't feel like there's a need to really shower because I'm just gonna get
yeah,
gross
no.
again. So yeah, and then I walk out of the house. That's my morning routine.
Well, like speaking from experience, like I also had a job where like I would get gross. Like I used to do summer camp. Like that's the like you have to run around and like do sports with the kids you're taking care of. Like I get it. Like so I'm with you in that aspect. Like I understand that. So
Yeah,
it makes sense. The coffee
yeah.
too, you have to take into consideration. You know what you should do?
I I add 2 minutes to dunks. I add
To
that into
dunks, okay.
my calculation.
Do you know what you should do? Is maybe consider like if you go to Market Basket, like grab like one of those like cold brews in aisle one.
Yeah, I want to make iced
Give it a
coffee,
whirl.
but I feel like it's like better that like the places. Like what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like I could do the iced coffee correctly.
You don't think like it would be right?
It's like
Because like
they have like
imagine
they scoop the ice and then they have the milk and the French vanilla just right there. I'm gonna have to like spend 10 minutes at my fridge using the ice dispenser. Like what I'm saying?
I guess. I mean my fridge is an ice scoop, but I do hear what you're saying. Like they prepare it for you entirely, no
Yeah.
doubt. I'm speaking
Whereas
from
like the
different experience.
Keurig, I have a Keurig at home. Like you can just
Yeah,
throw that in there. Yeah, you just plop that in.
that's true. It's a very good point. For me, though, speaking as a person who drinks black coffee straight up, like I'm just shoot it. Like I don't, I don't think twice. Like I don't have to prepare anything. It's literally just the coffee, and then I'm good. Like I'm nuts like that. At least people think I'm crazy for it. So that's why I say I'm nuts. But yeah, is what it is. Usually
All
I'll
right,
do an
everyone.
espresso.
That's gonna do it. We're back though. We're back. Yeah, Marcus, we're back.
I declare it as such. But I'm
Okay.
glad that we're kind of back on the
We're back.
sticks.
We're back. We're gonna do
So
this. We're gonna keep doing. We took a little bit of hiatus. I posted on the Instagram yesterday. Um, it was I looked up Bruins off season for that just to get like a picture, and that was the first one that came up. So I'm like, all right, I don't really know that's the off season because they're in the middle of a game, but that's okay.
you got game.
I thought it was pretty cool though because it was like Sturm, like breaking down his team, which I thought
You
was
got
kind of
game, homie. You got game. Pinterest
yeah,
is
we'll be
great for
back.
photos too.
We'll be back next week. Maybe even earlier. Who knows if we get excited, if something news, if Charlie McAvoy gets traded tomorrow, maybe we'll have one then. Who knows?
Oh my god.
If Pastrnak awarded the C, we'll wait 2 months on it because I'll be pissed and I don't want to talk about it because that'd be wrong.
I can't wait for all that's going to develop. Like, I'm excited. I want the season to ramp up
Yeah,
again. Like,
season's around the corner, man.
it is.
Not
so I can't wait for it.
It's still like days away. What is it, 41?
Something like that. We're into the 40s. We're going to get into the 30s. But
all right, everyone, like the video, subscribe. Thank you guys all for listening, watching, using the Instagram. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you guys all in the next one. Goodbye.
If you enjoyed what you watched, please consider subscribing to the After Further Review show on YouTube, where it's actually on Marcusi, but we'll figure out a YouTube channel in the meantime. Please consider also listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We're probably available on it, so go check us out there. Also, find us on Instagram. Follow us at After Further Review Show, where you can find clips. And our content is everywhere with player interviews, podcasts, and so much more fun stuff that me and Pat love doing around the Bruins, the NHL, and beyond. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we hope to see more of you. Bye-bye.